of morning, citizens. Top of morning, Nigerians. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. That one place where we get to take you through the major stories that made it to the front page of the editorials in the land this morning, Friday today, 17th day in the month of October, year 2025. And don't forget that we always serve this package from 7:05 a.m. to 8 a.m. Mondays to Fridays to keep you informed and also updated. Talk about the happenings in the land. We've got 4 editorials in front of us this morning. I'll be looking to take you through the top stories that are currently making the rounds in the land this morning. All you have to do is to get on with us and let's enjoy this ride together this morning, taking you through the review of all of the major headlines. The first 30 minutes of the show will be when I get to take you through the front page of the major stories, and then the next segment of the show, the other half, will be having an analyst join us on the show, and together we're looking to analyze and also dissect stories that might be of interest to you. This is such a reminder that we're streaming live on our YouTube channel at Impact Radio 102.1 FM, Impact 102.1 FM right there on YouTube, and on Facebook fan page at Impact Radio 102.1 FM. You can be a part of the show. Let's get interactive together this morning. Send us a message on WhatsApp, maybe a regular text message, 0907-224-5018, 0907-224-5018, and let's know the story that's of interest to you this morning. It's so much to unpack together, and we'll get straight into it right about now. Our top stories making the rounds. I'll be starting with the first dailies I have in front of me this morning, which is going to be the Vanguard newspaper. First story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning is talking about the Independent National Electoral Commission. Yesterday, Joash Amopitan was being vetted by the House of Assembly and is now being passed as the new INEC chairman of the country for the 5-year term of office. And according to Amopitan, after his confirmation yesterday, he says, in my time, losers will congratulate winners. Those are the first words of Joash Amopitan after being confirmed yesterday. INEC, in my time, losers will congratulate winners. For more of the story, it's on page 5. And a couple of writers to the story that says, get Senate confirmation as INEC chairman, promises to work with NIMC and NCC, others to improve polls. Also says, I'll audit IREV to identify glitches that undermine 2023 election. I'll audit IREV to identify glitches that undermine 2023 elections. Another writer says, it was never in Tinubu's election legal team. Says it was never in Tinubu's legal team. There have been a bit of talks on the street that was part of the legal team that tried to be on the defense of the president of the federation, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, during the electioneering process, and also when they were appealing the process of the elections. Also says the writer that says electoral act amendment suffers setback. Electoral amendment suffers setback. The first thoughts of Joash Amopitan, in my time, losers will congratulate winners. We look forward to that, especially during the off-cycle elections that will be happening in about 4 states of the federation. Away from the story right now, the graphic image on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning is also showing the newly elected and appointed INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amopitan, while he was standing responding to questions from senators during his screening at the plenary in Abuja yesterday. Just beneath the story, you also have users' rapid data depletion threatens telecom sector growth. Users' rapid data depletion threatens telecom sector growth. If you want to know more about this, honestly, just go on any social media and type the name of the carrier that you're using. By a carrier, I mean your network provider, and you see a whole lot of people talking about the same thing over and over again. We are paying more to get less. We are paying more. Are we getting less or we not getting anything? You can just sleep and wake up and your data is gone. But then, according to Tech Expert, they'll tell you probably you have some background apps that are running that might be consuming your data and stuff. But with or without that, it still feels like we are paying more for data in this part of the world than what we are getting in return. It's been said that according to the sector, $1 billion gain is at risk right now, because subscribers are accusing telecoms of manipulations and they are threatening class action. Telcos are also dismissing allegations as baseless. It's about war of words right now, but then we hope that the Ministry of Communication will definitely find a respite to this particular one happening right there, especially through the Nigerian Communications Commission, because truth to be told, a lot of Nigerians are not having it funny at this particular point in time. And yeah, in the coming days, we are hoping now that it's even making headlines, possibly we find a solution to that particular one. For more of the story, it's on page 14 of the Vanguard newspaper for this morning. And beneath that story, you also have Rivers revokes 134 billion naira contract awarded by IBAS. Others refund. Rivers revokes 134 billion naira contract awarded by IBAS. Others refund. Don't forget that under the administration of IBAS, who was being put there during the suspension of the executive governor of the state, a bit of contracts were being awarded, and now that the executive governor and the government is back in place, they are stopping that and they are ordering that a refund be made. You want more of the story? Check out page 12 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Beside that, you also have 2027. APC moles have taken over INC. Scribe cries out. APC moles have taken over INC. Scribe cries out. All right. Okay. Well, it is the period, and definitely news like this will most likely be making it through to the headlines. You want more of the story? Check out page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper, and just above the nameplate of the Vanguard newspaper this morning, this one says, why we've not released inmates pardoned by Tinubu. Why we've not released inmates pardoned by Tinubu. That's according to the AGF of the Federation. It says why we have not released inmates pardoned by Tinubu. It's been a bit of a back and forth concerning that particular story, and they are saying that there's every possibility that they may be dropping that list, because according to a lot of Nigerians, even some lawyers also feel like this is like a hoodwink and not too good in representation of the Nigerian judiciary. Says why we've not released inmates pardoned by Tinubu. For more of that story, you need to check out page 2 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And away from that story, another one says suicide takes center stage. Suicide takes center stage. Okay. All right. And moving on, presidential pardon. Macaulay shouldn't have been lumped with ex-convicts. That's according to the family. Macaulay shouldn't have been lumped with ex-convicts. That's according to family. And they're also talking about the presidential pardon. Just the same news I've taken, that according to the AGF of the Federation, that's the Attorney General Lateef Fagbemi, where he did say that they have not released some of the inmates, and now if another family is coming out to say that they do not like the class which the presidency have put their own person. And lastly, on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning, this one says National Grid loses 4,091 megahertz per hour in September. National Grid loses 4,091 megahertz per hour in September. For more of the story, check out page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. More headlines coming through on the show this morning. Don't forget, you can be a part of it. Drop me your message on WhatsApp, maybe a regular text message 0907-224-5018. Let's talk about the story that is of interest to you in one of the stories that made it to the front page of the editorials this morning. It's still newspaper review on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Moving on, we'll go straight to the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. And the big story on the front page of the Punch newspaper, this one says, under prayer, Tinubu may drop controversial names from pardon list. Under prayer, Tinubu may drop controversial names from pardon list. More of those stories on page 2. And it has one rider that says AGF probes presidential pardon list. NDLEA, ICPC, please allege name smuggling by committee. NDLEA, ICPC, please allege name smuggling by committee. I'll read more on page 2. And just beneath the story, you have the graphic image on the front page of the Punch newspaper. This one showing the newly appointed chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Joash Amokwithan, when he was right there in the front of the house yesterday. And a story beneath it says, INEC to review lecturers' role as Senate confirms Amokwithan. INEC to review lecturers' role as Senate confirms Amokwithan. That story is on page 2 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning as well. And just beneath the story, you have Hajj. Saudi Arabia slashes Nigerian scam slots to 67,000. Hajj. Saudi Arabia slashes Nigerian scam slots to 67,000. Beside that, you have man burns ex-girlfriend inside Oyo barracks. Man burns ex-girlfriend inside Oyo barracks. More of the story is on pages 4 and 6 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And beside it, you also have bandits kill 5 policemen, 3 guards in Zamfara. Bandits kill 5 policemen, 3 guards in Zamfara. That story is on page 42 of the Punch newspaper. And in front of the nameplate of the Punch newspaper this morning, this one says, PDP crisis, court freezes convention plans. PDP crisis, court freezes convention plans. And there's been a lot of talks concerning the People's Democratic Party in the last couple of days. Don't forget that Wednesday they were supposed to host the national executive meeting, but yes, it was postponed, and it was postponed indefinitely. So as it is now, it's not sure when it's going to happen, and if that does not happen, the national convention might be also not certain for the coming days. Above the nameplate of the Punch newspaper this morning, going into economy news, this one says Nigeria is missing as IMF lists Africa's fastest growing economies. Nigeria missing as IMF lists Africa's fastest growing economies. That story is on page 29 of the Punch newspaper. And beside it, you have Abure taunts OT-led LP faction over infighting. Abure taunts OT-led LP faction over infighting. That story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper for this morning. And beside it, you have military declares war on new terror group Wulo Wulo. Military declares war on new terror group Wulo Wulo. For more of the story, you want to know who Wulo Wulo are, what they do, where they are. You need to check out page 43 of the Punch newspaper this morning. It's still the newspaper review on Empire Radio 102.1 FM, and I'm here taking you through the front page of some of the editorials in the land today. Top stories is what we'll be looking to review together, and in the next half of the show, I'll be having my guest analyst join me on the show as well, where together I'll be looking to analyze some of the other topics. Don't forget to send in your comments, your reservations concerning stories that definitely matter to you on the show this morning. 0907-224-5018, and we're live right there on YouTube at Impact 102.1 FM. Moving on right now, we'll go straight to the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. Front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. The big story on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning says, decision on clemency not final. Decision on clemency not final. That's according to the federal government. They came out yesterday to say that it has not completed the process for the clemency that was recently announced for a couple of names. And the top names on that particular list includes that of Miriam Sanda and about 81 others. Don't forget that they were being grouped. And that was after the recommendation of the Presidential Advisory Committee on Prerogative of Mercy. That was by the National Council of State. The list was released last week Thursday, and since then it has been causing a bit of back and forth. A lot of people having one or two things to say about the names that are on the list, because according to statistics that came out, it's been said that drug traffickers and also kidnappers are the ones who took center stage in the list of the persons that were either pardoned or that were shown clemency. Some of them even had their prison time being reduced right there. But the story is now saying that decision on clemency is not final. That's according to the federal government. Just beneath the story, the graphic image is not a too good one. On the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning, causes is showing that some suspected bandits have set ablaze some properties right there, though they were being met by the operatives of the Joint Task Force during a raid in a particular community in Boro local government area of Kogi State. That was yesterday. And moving on from the story, you have Senate confirms Amopitan as INEC chairman. That story is on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Just beneath the story, you also have Ulama reject Christians genocide claim. Ulama reject Christians genocide claim. That story is on page 5 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Beside it, you have 3-year-old baby raped, murdered in Jigawa. True? Indeed, it's end time. 3-year-old baby raped, murdered in Jigawa. You want to read more of the story? Not too good, but it's right there on page 29 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Beside that story, you also have killings continue despite truce in Gaza. Killings continue despite truce in Gaza. More of the story, it's on page 30 of the Daily Trust newspaper for this morning. And just beneath the nameplate of the Daily Trust newspaper, you have this one that says troops arrest wounded bandits, destroy camp in Kogi. Troops arrest wounded bandits, destroy camps in Kogi. The story is right there on page 38 of the Daily Trust newspaper for this morning. Beside, you also have 2026 Hajj. Saudi Arabia slashes Nigerian slot to 66,910. Saudi Arabia slashes Nigerian slot to 60,910. That's in respect to the 2026 Hajj. Beside that, you also have why our governors are defecting. That's coming through from the People's Democratic Party. Says why our governors are defecting. Why are their governors defecting? You need to check that story out on page 12 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning to get yourself familiar with why governors that will be elected under the party, People's Democratic Party, are now defecting to other parties. Moving on from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning, because that story is the last one on the front page of the Daily Trust, we quickly make a stop on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. And right there on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning says, more music, less manifesto. That's a big story. More music, less manifesto. Outpraise singers override party agenda. Scorecards at rallies. More music, less manifesto. Outpraise singers override party agenda. Scorecard at rallies. That's a big story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. You can check it out on pages 4 and 5 of the paper this morning. Many times when presidential rallies have been done, political rallies, political campaigns have been done, many times you don't get to hear what the politicians, what the aspirants have to say. The only thing you can take away from there are the music that have been, dished out by the praise singers. Some of them that have come to, stay with us over time, like the likes of They Pain Them, They Sweet Us, that kind of thing, or the most recent one that happened in Ibadan. And also, different songs that have been composed during electioneering process, which is definitely watering down the essence of the campaigns and the rallies, because many Nigerians don't get to really hear what the politicians have in store for them during those rallies. You want more of the story? Check out pages 4 and 5 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Just beneath the story, you also have this one coming through this morning. Says heavy reliance on oil, domestic debt expose Nigeria to financial risk. That's according to the IMF, and they are warning. Yes, the International Monetary Fund are warning Nigeria, saying heavy reliance on oil, domestic debt expose Nigeria to financial risk. Beside that story, you have defections. Legal disputes rock PDP as APC governors project strength, unity in Kebbi. Defections. Legal disputes rock PDP as APC governors project strength, unity in Kebbi. That story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Beneath that story, you also have presidential pardon on the review. That's according to AGF Lateef Fagbemi, as Makauli's family pushes back. The Macaulay family are pushing back, saying they do not like that their man is being classed in that particular category. Presidential pardon on the review, says AGF, as Macaulay's family pushes back. Just beneath the story, you also have World Food Day. Federal government taxed on support for local farmers, equitable distribution. World Food Day. Federal government taxed on support for local farmers, equitable distribution. That story is on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Just beside that, you also have NMA says Kanu fit for trial as Ohanaeze group advocates for dialogue. Nigerian Medical Association says Kanu is fit for trial as Ohanaeze group advocates dialogue. That story is on page 28 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And beneath the nameplate of the Guardian newspaper, this one says MBA's PIDEL, MBA SPIDEL, please agree to review tinted permit policy. MBA SPIDEL, please agree to review tinted permit policy. And beside the story, you also have Obi Wike trade words over 2027 presidency, capacity to lead. Obi Wike trade words over 2027 presidency and capacity to lead. That story is on news page 29 of the Guardian newspaper for this morning. And also beside that, which is the last story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, aviation expert kick as Kalu accuses pilots of smoking marijuana. Aviation expert kick as Kalu accuses pilots of smoking marijuana. That story is on page 28 of the Guardian newspaper. And that's it from the stories that made it to the front page of the major editorials in the land this morning. We quickly go on this quick timeout, and when I'm back, I'll be coming in with my analysts who together will be looking to dissect some of the hot topics and those that might be of interest to you on the show this morning. Don't forget, you can be a part of it. Send me your message on WhatsApp, maybe a regular text message on 0907 224 5018. You can as well call me up on the same number, 0907 224 5018, and I'll be more than willing to hear from you on the show. Today is the newspaper review on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. I go on this quick brother, and I'll be back in a jiffy. Don't go anywhere.
Start your day with Impact as we give you positive affirmations, traffic updates, entertainment, fun trivia, and many more on Morning Impact. From 6 a.m. to 12 noon every day on High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
And I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Are you looking for an avenue to blast your brand? Why not let us be your detonator at High Impact Radio 102.1 FM with Got You Covered. For advert placement, sponsorship, partnership, call us on 0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, 0902 745 3931, or send an email to info@highimpactstudio.com.
I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impact 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular way. Turn on your radio and tune in to 102.1 FM.
We love you at High Impact Radio. Mwah!
See, there is no separating us now.
Hello there.
Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Top of morning to you and you once again. This is the newspaper review on Impact Radio 102.1 FM, and we're going through the major stories that made it to the front page of the editorials in the land this morning. And together we'll be looking to review and also dissect some of the hot topics and those that are of keen interest to you as a citizen of Nigeria. Big stories this morning. Some of the stories that made it to the front page of the editorials, and I've been able to take you through some of these stories. But right now, I'll be bringing on my analysts who together on the show this morning. I'll be looking to talk more about some of the stories that we have for you today. Good morning, Dr. Adedayo Kayode. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Doctor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start off from the Independent National Electoral Commission, and yesterday the Senate finally confirmed Joash Amopitan, Professor Joash Amopitan, as the INEC chairman. Of course, his first test is going to be the off-cycle elections that will be happening in about 4 states of the Federation before we go into the 2027 general elections. Let's quickly take a look at what should we as Nigerians be expecting from the new INEC chairman. Don't forget that the last election was being met by a lot of back and forth. Talk about the IREV, the machine, and other things that actually try to mar the election then.
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You see, I'm not a skeptic person.
Okay.
I believe that everything will be all right.
Okay.
But then, what kind of foundation are we laying? Because in Yoruba, they will say, "Boss Oshimari, Aro Latin."
Okay.
That is how the afternoon and evening will be in any day. You will have known it from the morning.
Yes.
Now, this Amupito or whatever they are bringing in as the new INEC chairman, there had been gaps in his how do I put it now, life trajectory. There have been gaps in his life trajectory. That is to say, he is not an upright personality. He doesn't have upright personality because of those gaps. And when you are asking such a people to come and be an umpire of a big commission like INEC, then you should know that there is no way you can sleep with your 2 eyes closed. The president,
yeah,
whether we like it or not, there had also been gaps in his life trajectory. So many of them in the Senate, the same thing. Of recent, a minister resigned.
Yes.
Why? There are say a whole load of them there. A lot of them too are also cooking. Look at that of Ojo, Abi, what's his name? In-law to the president. Now the question, the statement is, birds of the same feather will always flock together. It is not what Nigerians should be expecting now. Nigerians should come up with their expectations, lay it bare, and ensure their expectations are being taken good care of because they don't own Nigeria. We Nigerians own Nigeria. So we are supposed to lay down our expectations and ensure that our expectations are being met. Anything other than that is going to be JF Kennedy. Let me just close that one for now. Thank you.
All right. We are not closing it yet because there's still a bit that we'll be talking about concerning that particular one. He said, like I mentioned at the start, he's saying that he's going to be conducting a comprehensive audit of the Commission's result viewing portal, which of course tries to mark the last election, and also the bimodal voter accreditation system, the BVAS, that of course a lot of Nigerians had a bit of back and forth with it. But don't you think that the fact that we having lecturers and professors being in charge of the INEC should mean that we'll be having some form of free and also well coordinated elections?
Yeah, it's a pity that it's even all these lecturers, professors, vice chancellors that the government is now using to do whatever they want to do within INEC. And at the end of the day, they are the one that are also facing the consequences. Look at what is happening to ASU presently.
Yeah.
Look at what is happening to ASU. 2009 agreement yet to be fulfilled in 2025. How many years now? About 15 years. All right. So let them continue now. Let them continue because we have expected the academia. Sorry, don't let me go that route because it is not all of them. There are still so many of them in the citadel of education that are still dependable, that has character, that are capacious, that we can always fall back on. Unlike, it's just a pity that very few of them that are coming out, the moment they come out like that to government circle, they turn around to be something else. Look at the other Minister of Education the other time when ASU was on strike for about 7, 6, 8, 9 months. Minister of Education from the citadel of education. So it's a pity that they are allowing themselves to be used. I want to even use this medium that those in the academia should organize a kind of a retreat among themselves to say, listen, if any one of us is being chosen as INEC chairman or as a minister, don't let us forget our constituency, because at the end of the day, the thing always fall back on them. And it's now about to give them a bad name. I mean, look at it now. You just said it. Now they have been choosing INEC chairman from the academia.
Yes.
Professors, VCs, even when you are talking about resident electoral officer, returning officers, look at a whole professor that cannot read what he has written down.
You need more lights.
What a shame! A shame of a nation. Such a person. But look at the other lady, VC. I think in that was the returning officer in Imo or wherever that refused to do their bidding. Do you understand? A woman, for that matter. So because of such, it becomes a bit difficult for me to backlash them. And that's why the other time I decided to pause.
All right.
You know,
okay.
Because I grew up from that constituency.
Okay. And you're not about throwing stone into the glass house.
No, sometimes you got to throw it so that you break the old glass and repair it. When I mean, look at that house. At Marina now.
Okay.
Come on, back Continental building. She means it was the glass house. What happened? Broken down to be rebuilt. So why not? Why not? If it's necessary, why not?
Okay, all right, Dr. Adedayo. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about the economy this morning. Taking it back to May this year, there was a news from the International Monetary Fund where they removed Nigeria from the debtors list. That was like a good one for a lot of Nigerians when we heard that Nigeria has been removed from its list of debtor countries. But coming to the news this morning, it's been said that Nigeria is now missing as IMF lists Africa's fastest growing economies. If you are not owing, should our economy not be on the rise? And they're also warning us about our heavy reliance on oil. And I can remember that we had the conversation with you the other day where you were talking about the other mineral resources that are being extracted from crude. What are we using all of these things for? Now, IMF is warning that we are at financial risk.
You see, some of these world bodies sometimes they play dangerous and unprotected politics. Dangerous in terms of we Nigerians ourselves, we are aware through the DMO, what they call them?
Yeah, Debt Management Office.
Yes, and our statistical office. We know how much we are owing. We know how much we were owing before this government. We know how much we are owing when this government came in within the last 3 years. So whatever they are saying there, they are saying their own. Okay, if you say somebody is not owing, you have removed him from debtors list. Why is he not among the growing? That means it's a growing economy. So why is he not there? Then why are you also complaining that he's relying too much on oil? Who are also benefiting from other residuals from our crude oil? You see, and that is why somebody like me, there is nothing you can say. I will always support Traore. That is saying, let Africans come together and grow their economy and maintain their economy themselves. Go and read my independence speech and broadcast. It's there. It's a pity. Like Mandela said, Africa is being expected now to be the captain of the world because we have everything. But unfortunately, Africa will not emerge until when Nigeria gets its act together, because Nigeria is acting as the big brother.
So all of the other African countries.
To other African countries. Look at the way our country wanted to bully Niger Republic.
Yes.
When they changed government. Can you compare the government in Niger Republic now to that of Nigeria or that of the democratic government there before these people took over? You can't. Look at the Sahel Union. Those guys. Look at how wonderfully well they have been performing. I mean, excuse me, why do we need the Western world? When we know, when we can put our acts together here and get the best, we have everything. We are endowed. I was waking up this morning, I saw sunlight. The rays entering my bedroom. I said, God,
thank you.
Thank you. How mighty you are. My friend in Canada was complaining yesterday that cold has finished him. I said, come back home. I told him, I said, come back home.
That's laughable, doctor.
Yes. I said, it's raining here and we are enjoying the rain. I said, is it raining there? I was just looking, is it raining there? It's raining here. He said, but Oremi is not raining. It's cold that is catching him seriously. I said, come back home at your age. I beg. You see, we Africans should bring our acts together, especially Nigeria. Okay, look at these conflicting statements by IMF.
IMF, yes.
I can remember during the COVID, I always call it COVID 419 because it was all 419. Yes. we were making our local drugs against COVID. And you were telling me about one WHO. What concerns me? Look at Abalaka. Where is Abalaka today? Why? Because of connivance with the world bodies. And you cannot hear that man again coming up with all those localized drugs for us. Drugs that are made from organic materials, away from their DMO, their GMO, what do they call it? Yeah. Genetically modified. Whatever.
Yes.
You know. So we Nigerians must do our own things in our own way. But unfortunately, we are bereft. We are bereft of capacious leaders, of leader that has character, of leader that will put the people ahead of them, away from their hedonistic tendencies.
All right, Doctor. I would say thank you for submitting in that manner. But yeah, let's move on. A quick one. I'd like us to make a stop in about 2 more stories before we call it a wrap this morning. So if I'm taking cue from what you've said now, we are the real cause why the IMF are having so much to say about where our economy is at right now. Because the last 2 statements that have come out from them are two different words that are even self-defeating.
Complete statements.
Okay, let's move on now. Let's talk about elections and parties in the country right about now. Looks like the party that was supposed to be the opposition party are really not having their house in order as it is. Recall that as at Wednesday, they were supposed to have their national council meeting, but that was postponed indefinitely. And they are also looking forward to their convention, national convention, being slated for next month in Oyo State, Ibadan. But as it is now, it looks like that is also not going to be happening because court is freezing the plans for the People's Democratic Party's convention. Is this not like more like a defeat for the PDP already going into the electioneering period?
I don't know why you press people are giving yourselves problems. You are the one giving yourselves headache.
Okay.
Honestly, PDP already. What you are seeing today is the relics of PDP. So why are you reckoning with relics? You will be giving yourself headaches. I mean, you'll be giving yourself headache when you keep on reckoning with what the world has left behind. The world has left PDP behind.
But they still have representatives. They still have some sitting governors.
Forget those are. Look at the sitting governor. What has been happening to them? What has been happening to them?
Defection.
Are you telling me that Seyi Makinde is still a PDP member?
He's still flying the flag.
But who is he working for internally? Look at Diri. Diri just left PDP.
For APC, yes.
Look at Okowa. Look at Okowa, the so-called vice presidential candidate. EFCC went to him and they were harassing him with that allegation of 1.3 trillion naira.
Yeah.
The following week, he ported to APC. Are they talking about him again? There is oppression, repression, oppression and repression in the land. So, and the only one they can face, the only one this government can face is PDP. PDP is already gone. You are seeing the relics. But are you saying Wike is a member of PDP?
Well, he's sitting on the fence.
He's not even sitting on the fence. His body and soul are in APC, only in PDP to ensure the total destruction. To ensure the total destruction. When you want to talk of opposition now, you talk about Labour Party, you talk about the ADC.
But the Labour Party are also having their own because from the news yesterday there was also talks about Abure who is also taking a bit of spite at the other faction of the party, that's the Oti-led faction.
Yes, I'm only mentioning Labour Party because Labour Party never attained the height
of being an opposition
that PDP ever attained in this country. That's why I just said Labour Party.
So it can be said that
the only opposition you have
in
this country now is ADC.
Okay.
And Nigerians have decided that not even ADC, no, I mean APC is not even going to face just ADC come 2027.
Okay.
It is going to be APC versus ADC plus the people.
We have the likes of SDP as well. There's the SDP too who can.
That's why I said plus the people.
Okay.
Yes, that is what I said plus the people. Inclusive of SDP and then the people generally and all that.
Okay. All right. So if I'm taking a cue from you now, you are also of the opinion, just like a former senator who also mentioned yesterday that if the end of the opposition of PDP comes now, there's definitely going to be another opposition party who would spring up to fill in that space in our country's democratic space.
Yeah, you see, either we like it or not, except one is trying to hide under one finger.
Okay.
We will know that the only opposition in this country now is ADC plus the people.
Okay.
Plus the people. Because there is no reasonable person, no reasonable Nigerian, both in Nigeria and in the diaspora, who say APC is a government for the people.
That's a deep one, Doctor.
It's not. Because, I will say it anywhere with proof.
Okay.
Since 2015, what have we been facing? I was discussing with that same my friend yesterday, the one in Canada.
Okay.
I said, listen, the Tinubu came. He removed the fuel subsidy. I said, thank God you also have experience in oil and gas. I said, go and Google it. I have been one of the lone voice. I mean, one of the lone voices in this country since Oshiomhole days that this same subsidy they are talking about had been a ruse, a way of exploiting the people. Now, listen. I'll give you two examples.
Okay.
One, the number one. Petrol pump price will be 10 naira. They will say, let us take it to 15 naira. It's a lie. They have already discussed it among themselves. So let's take it to 15 naira. When you take it to, you say, we no go grill. After that, let us go for that table
conversation.
Yeah, they will now say, okay, we are putting it at 13 naira. You will now come out. We don't win. Win what? We're not back to the status quo. Who doesn't know that out of that 3 naira increment, something might have happened? Tell me. Leave that alone. And I told my friend again. I said, thank God you have experience in oil and gas. I said, go back to NNPC. Go and find out about NNPC's policy of direct supply, direct purchase.
Okay.
I said, I studied it as an investigative analyst. As an investigative analyst. And that's why I earned the tag of socio-political technocrat. Because I don't come out to say what I don't know, what I have never researched into. I said, when you research into it, then you will know that even if Nigerians are being given PMS free of charge, I'm saying even if, underline that,
yeah,
Nigeria will still not be at a loss. You know why? because the other residuals that comes out from the cracking of that crude oil is enough to take care of whatever losses might be incurred while giving our PMS at a ridiculous price.
All right, Dr. Adedayo Kayode. Well, I mean, our time is fast spent on the show.
Let's borrow some time, please. Let's borrow some time.
All right, Doctor.
So Nigerians can learn.
All right, Doctor. Next time we'll look forward to probably starting right on time, and then I'll bring you on as early as possible. Thank you so much for always dishing out your words of wisdom on the show, and also being so passionate about the growth and the development of the country, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Dr. Adedayo Kayode, social-political technocrat on the show. I'll call on you sometime next week once again.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. It's my pleasure. Have a very nice weekend.
And you too. And you too. Enjoy the rest. Good morning. Bye. Good morning, Nigerians, once again. This is the newspaper review on Empire Radio 102.1 FM, and that's how I'll be wrapping up the show for today and also for this week. But then we're back here tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. for what we call the Big Five, where we get to take you through the top 5 stories that made it through this week. And also, we're having an analyst who together will be analyzing all of these talks as they might be of interest to you as a citizen of Nigeria. Many thanks to everyone who's been a part of the show this morning. To all of the silent listeners, we say big ups to you as well. I'll be wrapping up this show right about now, but the Morning Impact show definitely continues. Ayodeji Ajiboye is my name, and I'll be right here again to serve you more on the Morning Impact show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. I'll tell you to do what is right so everything around you is going to be all right. Don't forget to give light and make sure you pack enough for yourself, because in the process of giving, you cannot give that which you know.